everyone. So today we're going to do something a little different than we usually do. Instead of learning about the Parsha or about a Jewish holiday, we're going to learn about how we can stay safe during the coronavirus pandemic. We're going to learn about proper hygiene, how to wash our hands, how to social distance, and how to properly wear a mask and gloves. So the first thing we're going to learn about doing is washing our hands. You should wash your hands anytime you come in from outside, before you eat, after using the bathroom, if you touch something that you think might have been a little dirty, even if you just feel, hey, I haven't washed my hands in a while, I think I should go wash my hands. That works too. So how do you wash your hands? The first thing you do is you're gonna wet your hands with water. Make sure that you have a nice little part. Don't worry, I didn't forget the soap. I'm shutting the water off because I don't want to waste water. It's bad for the environment. Then you're going to take soap, a nice amount. I have some nice foaming soap here. You don't have to use foaming soap. You can use any kind of soap you want. Just make sure you get enough soap that you're going to have a nice amount on your hands. Then we're going to rub our hands for about 20 seconds. Make sure we get everywhere. And something you might want to do when you're washing your hands is sing happy birthday twice. So I'm going to show you right now. I'm washing all over my hands. I'm getting all around on the outside. I'm going to get in the middle and the inside. Make sure my hands are nice and foamy. I don't want to miss any spots. You can wash up on your wrists too, because you know if you're wearing bracelets or a watch like me, that can also get dirty. Make sure you get all of that. Okay, I'm going to turn the water on and we're going to sing happy birthday 2 times to make sure we've washed our hands for long enough. We also want to make sure we're using warm water because that's best for killing germs. So, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. When you're done, you're going to shake your hands off. You're going to want to use a paper towel so that it does not get contaminated with someone else. You dry your hands as best as you can, and you shut the water off using a paper towel so you're not touching the dirty faucet that you just touched when your hands were dirty. So now I'm going to use the paper towel to open up the garbage, lift my foot, make sure I'm not touching anything dirty now that my hands are all clean. So I'm going to show you next the best way to wear a mask. So I have my box of masks right here. So with these masks, a lot of people have these kind of masks. This is called a surgical mask. You can wear a mask like this. There's the KN95 mask. There are cloth masks. Those are all good. So this kind of mask that I'm using, it has a blue side and a white side. So we know that the blue side is going to go out. And we want to make sure that our mouth and our nose are both covered. If they're not covered, the mask is not doing its job. If you're someone like me who has really sensitive ears and the masks hurt, you can ask someone to get you a headband like mine. I took a regular headband and I bought some buttons. I sewed them into the headband. I'm going to attach my mask to the buttons, and this way it takes the pressure off your ears and puts it on the button instead. So, if I wear my mask like this, is this a proper way to wear my mask?
No.
No, it is not, because my mouth and my nose are not covered. I'm not protecting myself, and I'm not protecting you from my germs. Even though I don't think I'm sick, we want to make sure that we're not giving any germs that we might have to somebody else. Okay, how about this? Is this the proper way to wear a mask?
No.
No, it is not. My nose is still not covered. I can sneeze all over you right now. That's not good. You can sneeze and I can breathe it in. That's also not good. Okay, let's try again. Is this the proper way to wear a mask? Yes, it is. My nose is covered and my mouth is covered. And like I showed you before, my buttons, it is not putting any pressure on my ear, so it feels nice and comfortable. I know, it's really hot outside, and these masks can make it hard to breathe. But you know what? We have to make some sacrifices these days. So we make sure we cover our mouth and our nose so we can be safe. If we're going to be going out into the community to a store, We try our best not to go as often, but if we really have to go, then we should make sure that we're properly wearing our mask, and we should put on gloves. You want to make sure that you properly dried your hands, because if your hands are a little wet, it's going to be really hard to put these gloves on. So you put your gloves on. You want to make sure you pull them all the way up. You don't want them to be too big, because it's hard to do things when your gloves are big, and also they can fall off if it's too big on this side. Okay, I'm going to put my gloves on. Other hand, and make sure it covers my watch. I don't want my watch to get dirty either. And I properly put my gloves on. You know what? It's a really nice day outside. I think I'm gonna go for a walk. See you later. So I'm back from my walk. It was so beautiful outside. And now that I'm inside, I wanna get rid of my gloves, because I don't wanna touch things in my house with these dirty gloves. So I'm gonna properly dispose of my gloves by pinching the middle of my glove. I don't want to touch my skin with the hand that has the gloves on it. And I'm going to pull it so it's inside out. Now I'm going to take this glove and I'm going to pull it into my other hand. Take a finger or two. I'm going to put it underneath so I'm still not touching the dirty glove. And I'm going to roll it also inside out. So now I didn't touch any of the dirty glove. Now I'm going to open up my garbage and throw it out. Since I've touched, I'm gonna now wash my hands. Okay, take my paper towel, dry my hands nice and well, and then now I'm going to take my mask off. Sometimes we reuse our masks because we don't want to waste. So that's why I wash my hands before touching my mask, so this way it stays clean. Take my mask off, put it in a nice safe place. I'll put it away later so I don't lose it. And since I touched my mask, I'm going to wash my hands one more time. People are probably not wearing gloves. If we're around our friends, we should be in our house. We should be making sure we're wearing our mask. But people touch things all over. They touch the handles, they touch these handles, they touch door handles, all different things. And we want to make sure that they're clean. So every once in a while, like every few hours, you should disinfect with some disinfecting wipes. So I'm going to put some gloves on before I do that, because we don't want to touch things that other people might have touched that are dirty. And also, I don't think these chemicals are so good to be all over your hands. Okay? So we can disinfect our handles on the sink, because that can get pretty dirty. People touch that all the time. So you can disinfect, make sure you rub it all over so it's nice and clean. I'm going to disinfect over here for my filtered water too, because it's another spot people touch a lot. You can wipe off the counter. I'm going to wipe off the door handles and the handle for here too. You don't want to use the same wipe for everything, because then you're just transferring germs everywhere. And sometimes you run out of the soap. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to wipe off the handles to my oven. For both the ovens, I'm going to wipe these handles because people touch them. We like to eat a lot of food in my house, so we use this pretty often. And the light switches, because I'm going to turn the oven lights on to see what's cooking. We can also disinfect the light switches in the room, the door handles going into different rooms, leaving the house, coming in the house, all good places to disinfect. Now that I'm done, I'm going to properly dispose of my gloves. And we make sure we wash our hands again. The best way to wash your hands is always by using soap and water. But if you're outside like I am, you don't have access to soap and water, you can always use antibacterial hand wipes. or hand sanitizer. The way we use hand sanitizer is by squirting a decent amount into your hand. You don't want to use too little or too much, because then it won't work properly. And you're going to rub it in all over your hands. Make sure you get in between your fingers. You don't want to miss any spots. And just keep rubbing until your hands feel dry. And that's how you know that your hands are sanitized properly. Since we're in quarantine and I can't be hanging out with my real family and friends, I decided to call on my Build-A-Bear friends to help me out with this next one. Okay, social distancing. What is that? Well, right now, pretend these are real friends. This is not social distancing. Look how close we're all sitting. We got friends sitting on friends' laps. We're all touching each other. That is a big no-no. We can't do this. This is how people can get sick and germs can be spreading. And look, none of my friends are wearing masks. Oh my goodness. We can't touch my face, because if we touch our face, that's another way we can get sick. We have to avoid touching our face. That includes our eyes and our nose, because that is another way we can get sick. So, sorry guys, I do love you, but we're all too close. So, some of you, I'm sorry, are gonna have to go. We can hang out another time. We got 8 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's way too many to be sitting on a couch. We have to socially distance ourselves. We have to all be at least 6 feet apart. Okay, here's what we'll do. I want to be able to spend time with all of you, but we can't do it all at once, so we're going to have to take turns. So for right now, we're going to just have a couple of you, and then you'll get turns later. So, my couch isn't big enough to actually be 6 feet apart, but we're going to pretend. So I got my bunny over here, and she's all ready to go swimming. And I got my rock star bear over here. We are now far enough apart that nobody is going to get sick from each other. When you're in your houses, maybe only 2 people on a couch, or 1 person, it depends. But you want to make sure that you're spreading out, because being too close is not safe. When we're eating meals, or we go out to a store, or to the doctor's office, we want to make sure that we stay at least 6 feet apart, so we can make sure that everyone stays healthy. And that is social distancing. Wearing a mask all day can get really uncomfortable. If you feel like you need to take a break, go somewhere private where you're not around other people, and then you don't have to wear a mask. Right now, I'm at home, I'm in my room, there's no one else around me, so that's why I'm not wearing a mask. Sometimes you need a little bit of a break. Now, I bet you thought you were getting off easy not having a quiz in this video, huh? But you know that's not my style. Let's see how much we learned about hygiene and social distancing with a little quiz. Coronavirus hygiene skills. Ready to review how we can stay safe? Let's begin. How long should we wash our hands? At least 20 seconds or long enough to sing happy birthday twice? Until you can count to 100? As long as your hands get wet, it's fine. Or you don't need to wash your hands. We should wash our hands for at least 20 seconds or long enough to sing happy birthday twice. What is the most effective way to wash your hands? Using hand sanitizer, antibacterial hand wipes, soap and water, or just water? The best way to wash your hands is by using soap and water. The other ways are good too if you don't have soap and water, but the best way is always with soap and water. What should we avoid touching? Our eyes, our nose, our mouth, our face, or all of the above? All of the above. Very good. What must our mask cover? Only your chin, your mouth and nose, your eyes, or only your mouth? That's right. Your mouth and nose must be covered. How can we practice social distancing? Staying 6 feet apart from other people, not going on trips, wearing a mask in public, or all of the above? That's right, it's all of the above. Great job, you got them all correct. Now that you know how to stay healthy during coronavirus, let's all do our part so we can see you at Day Hab really soon. Thanks for watching, stay healthy.